Science and Technology from University of Malaysia. So today I would like to present on my industrial training and also the presentation. So first of all, I would like to introduce the organization chart for the sustainability department in Lahad region. So it was headed by our Senior General Manager, Mr. S.S. Bupati. Our sustainability manager Sabah is Mr. Adzdzin, known as my industrial supervisor. The region head of Datu is Madam Zaidah. For Lipang and Permodalan, it was in charge by Mr. Wee Seow Hyun and then for Morism, Miss Valerie. For Sharimo, Madam Asmawati. For Baturong, Miss Sumarmi Sudirman. Unico Desa and Tasalusa, Mr. Bidit. And the new recruitment of SPO team, SPO officer is Mr. Emmanuel Curtis, that has joined in the early of December 2018. And SPO admin clerk is Madam Aminur Hafizah. So basically this is the map location of IOI in Sabah. So in the red circle is the Sandakan region, and for the blue circle is Lahad region. So for my practical training, I was assigned to Lahad region for the sustainability department, which consists of 5 grouping. That is Sharimo, Morism, Lipang, Baturong, and Unico. And this is the group standard operating procedure that become guideline for the operating unit. We have 2 sets of operating procedure. That is for estate operation and also for the pump oil mill. And we also guide by our OSH manual to ensure to promote a safety and health environment in our operating procedure. So this is some of the company policies that available in our operating unit. It consists of 14 policies, and this is some of the policies that I learned during my industrial training with IOI group. So firstly is the sustainable palm oil policy, where it was more on the guidance to build traceability and covers more on the environmental management, where we're trying to minimize the negative impact on our existing plantation. The Code of Business Ethics, protection of reproductive, the minimum wages and leave pay policy in Malaysia. It includes the guideline for the paying of the workers, which have been revised in December 2018 due to the revised of the minimum wages of 1,100. Whistleblowing policy to ensure that that the company provide a channel to all the parties to report any misconduct towards the top management of IOI group. The equal opportunity of operational safety, zero burning policy, that is known as our commitment towards zero burning practice in our operating unit. Policy on sexual harassment, where we enhance good working environment without any violation harassment, that including sexual harassment. And foreign workers recruitment, agrochemical, international sustainability and carbon certification policy, peatland protection and management on how we manage our peat area. And lastly is the social media policy that has been established in December 2018. So this is some of the team roles of the SPO team of the sustainability department. So firstly is guiding the operating unit towards the sustainability palm oil development, where we guide the estate and the mills to comply with the sustainability certification requirement. Secondly, conducting internal audit is due to our certification requirement, and we also ensure by checking all the estate and the mills has implement the requirement of sustainability, providing training that consists of three aspects, that is sustainability, safety, social and also environment. We tend to increase the knowledge and also increase the awareness of the operating unit towards the sustainability requirement. Prepare for the compilation of data on GHG calculation, where we determine the GHG emission that have been released by our operating unit. Engagement with our stakeholder, NGOs and also the government to increase social and environment knowledge, and also monitoring and preparing our estate towards the sustainability certification. So this is some of the list of certification that I learned in our operating unit. That is, number one is RSPO certification, known as the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil. So this certification basically it promotes the growth and the use of sustainable palm oil towards the global standard, where we tend to sell our products in a premium price at the global level. So the second one is the MSPO, or known as the Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil. It was a requirement of our government to towards the sustainable production of palm oil, and at the end of this year, that is December 2019, including all plantation and also the smallholders. The third one is the ISCC, the International Sustainability Carbon Certification. So basically, this ISCC certification is taken due to we want to sell our products as a biodiesel product, and to ensure that the product for the biodiesel is through the sustainable manner by the implementation of good agriculture practice. Then, last but not least, is the RSPO Next, which is a voluntary effort that engage with the RSPO members, which this certification shows that our company are very committed towards the sustainability requirement. So this is four of the certification that we hold by us as the IOI group. So this is some of the benefits from the certification that can be concluded in 3P, that is planet, people and profit. So for the planet, we implement a good environmental practice, which is the good waste management, by we identify and record all the pollution that we produce in our operation. Secondly, we reduce the emission of GHG by reducing usage of pesticides, where we does not implement the blanket spray activities, and we also commissioning the biogas plant to reduce the diesel consumption. Thirdly, the benefits is the social and welfare of the workers is well taken by comply to the regulatory requirement, where it will increase the decent living wages of the workers, and also comply with the environmental and safety laws and regulations. And last is to enhance the productivity of the plantation industries by increasing the social of the workers, where if we increase the social of the workers, they automatically will increase their working in our area, and we will produce more production in the crop production, and also implement a good agriculture practice such as the fertilizer recommendation. So this is the picture taken for the sample of certification by our certification body. So the first one is the MSPO, the middle one is the ICC, and the RSPO. So I learned that this certification for MSPO and RSPO is valid for 5 years, and it will have also a surveillance audit through all the years before the main assessment. And for the ICC is being recertified every year because of the validation is only valid for 1 So this is the principles in RSPO, MSPO, ICC, and also the categories in RSPO next. So during my industrial training, I learned more towards the principle of the RSPO because the principle in RSPO covered also the principle in other certification. So for the RSPO, it has 8 principle and 159 indicator. For MSPO, we have 7 principle and 33 criteria, which only include in part 3 of the MSPO, that is general principle for oil pump plantation and organized smallholders. And then for the ICC, it has 6 principles, and for the RSPO next, it has 7 categories. And if you can see here, why it was similar towards the other certification, because in RSPO Principle 1, it also has in the MSPO Principle 2, this is the transparency. For the compliance with applicable law and regulation, it also include in Principle 3 of MSPO and also Principle 4 of ICC. Commitment to long-term economic was covered on Principle 1 in MSPO. Use of appropriate best practice was also covered in Principle 6. Best practice, the environmental, as you can see in MSP also covers on Principle 5, environment, natural resource, biodiversity, and ICC in the environmental protection, the protection of land with high biodiversity. For Principle 5, it also covers on the social aspect, where it also covers in Principle 4 of MSPO. And for the new planting, currently we doesn't have new planting after November 2005, and commitment towards the continual improvement. So basically, all the principles in RSPO was covered also in other certification principle and the categories. So in order to meet the requirement on the RSPO, so for the first principle, the commitment to the transparency, where all the information regarding in our company, such as our company policies that have been presented, were available publicly at our notice board of our operating unit and also in our IFI website. Compliance with applicable law, we have hundreds of applicable law that we comply, and the listing of it can be seen at the operating unit. And such as other applicable law is such as the Workers' Minimum Standard of Housing and Amenities Act, and also Environmental Quality Act 1974. So commitment to long-term economic and financial viability. Here I learned that we have a 5 years business plan where we have a projection and budget for 3 years, where it was easy for the operating unit to monitor the projection they have for the incoming 3 years, so they maintain their financial and produce a good economical within their incoming years. So then, use of appropriate best practice, we have our fertilizer recommendation. We also have RSPO BMPs as BMPs for the peatland as a best practice to maintain the area of peat. So we also covers this principle also cover on the aspect of safety, where we give a free PPE to our workers and medical surveillance to ensure the safety of the workers. Environmental responsibility, it was consists of the HCV and the conservation area. So most of our estate were bordering with HCV area, internal, external, such as Sungai Segama, Sungai Grogol, Penawatan Wildlife Sanctuary. So we have done patrolling towards the area to conserve the area from any encroachment. We also done a buffer zone for the area to avoid any planting on that area. Then on the principle 6, responsible on the consideration of employee and individual and communities affected, where it was more covered on the social aspect of the minimum wages, the social impact assessment, employee consultative committee, and GCC, gender consultative, where it's become a medium for them to communicating with the smallholders and with the stakeholders. For the responsible of new planting, there is currently no, as I've stated before, and the commitment towards the improvement in key areas where we tend to have a good management, have a responsible to improve their activities in three aspects that covers of safety, environment, and also the social aspect. So this is some of the management review document that I learned during this. The first one is the EIA, known as the process of predicting and evaluating effect towards the environment. So this document is known as the guideline for the operating unit to reduce the environmental degradation by identifying all the waste pollutant. For the HCV document, it was a document that review for the protection of the area as that have been categorized as SCV and also conservation, and water management plan, where all the information on the water source of the our operating unit is been detailed in this document. So basically, the water source for our workers is from the spring water and that have been treated by bioremediation treatment, and also the rain harvesting. We also monitor the water quality of the water, clean water, to ensure a clean supply of water is being supplied to our workers. Then last but not least is the SIA, known as the document of the process to identify and managing social impact of our industrial project, where all the management action plan, such as the time-bound action plan, were included here, based on our external and also the internal parties. So basically, this is the things that I have been done during my industrial training, that is monitoring visit and also internal audit. So for the monitoring visit, it was known as to prepare and monitor the operating unit, where we ensure all the requirements have been complied by the implementation of sustainability requirement in our estate and in the operation unit. And for the internal audit, is to check whether there is any non-compliance towards the sustainability requirements based on the principle and criteria in the RSPO, MSPO, ICC, and RSPO next. So basically, this internal audit is to as a better way for their improvement by the management. Will review all the non-compliance issues that been raised during the internal audit. And as you can see here, it was the internal audit is done due to the certification requirement in the RSPO, MSPO, and ICC. So things that been done during the monitoring visit and also the internal audit is, first of all, is documentation, where all the record keeping by the operating unit is being checked whether it was complied towards the sustainability requirement. The site inspection as the site verification due to the implementation of the management, and communication for the SPO team to gather the information regarding to the sustainability requirement. So for the documentation part, we are using the SPO documentation checklist that have been established by our sustainability managers of Sabah, Mr. Agus. And this is the picture of the filing of the RSPO file that consists of 5 colors. That is blue for the safety and health, red is the management file, for the yellow one is the social, the green is for the environment, and white color is the group management file. So basically by doing the documentation checklist, I also improve and gain more knowledge regarding towards the principle or indicator that include in the principle. So this is some pictures taken during the second inspection to the recycle store. As you know that we collect all our non-biodegradable item where we sell and use for the beautification. Schedule waste store, the landfill as known as the domestic waste disposal area. The riparian reserve that is known as the red marking pharmacy area where no application of fertilizer and chemical were conducted at this area. Forest boundary where we demarcated 50 meter of buffer zone on this area, and also the peatland to ensure that the management has complied with the RSPO of the best management practice. So I also have an opportunity to attend the environmental consultant. So basically the objective of the visit of the environmental consultant of GWHEM is to monitor our operating unit due to the EIA implementation. So it will come for 2 or 3 times in a year to ensure that all of our operating units complies towards the EIA requirements. So here basically I also tend to gain more knowledge from the external parties, that is our consultant, regarding towards the environment, and more on where I can apply it during my monitoring and also internal audit to our operating unit. Then this is some of the pictures taken during the safety aspect. So for the re-entry board, I learned that it is required to be placed during the application of chemical and fertilizer to avoid the exposure to the workers. So check for the fire extinguisher and the ERP board whether it was updated and in a good shape. PPE signage to increase the awareness of our workers, and we also give a continuous briefing where we can cross-check with the briefing book, and PPE and training also were given where all of these were recorded in the training file, and signage of the chemical because of the dangers of this type of item. So this is some of the social and welfare aspect. So basically this is the things that been provided by our company to the workers. So in order to see whether the facilities is in a good condition, so SPO team has to inspect those areas such as the housing must comply with the housing amenity minimum standard of housing amenities act. Prej Ayah and Umana NCLC is to provide good education for the workers' children and to avoid the child labor in the field. The religious place, community hall, and clinic and ambulance that is provided free without any charge to our workers. So basically I also learned on the auditing process. Some of the auditing process is SPO team will attend the auditors. So by seeing the SPO team attending the auditors, I learned much on how they coordinate and present the objective evidence to comply with the sustainability requirement. And then the certification body will audit and ensure that all the standard has been met based on the principle and criteria from the gathering of information of the certification holder, that is our opportunity. And I also learned that every findings that been raised by our certification body need to be closed by replying the corrective action plan to auditors. And if it was not satisfactory as not satisfied by our CD, it will lead to the suspension of the certification. And I also learned that every 5 or more major non-conformance in one principle will lead to the immediate suspension of the certification holder. So this is list of our certification body, that is BSI group for the next Intertech, and also SPS for the ICC and MSBO, and also the SPS certification. So during my practical, I has attended some of the audit from the external certification body, that is RSPO for Unico Desa Group, MSBO for Unico Group, RSPO surveillance audit for the Unico Group, and also ICC recertification audit for Sharing Group. So other than that, I also attend some of the program, such as the MPOB program for Unico Oil Mill and Unico Desa, where the SBO team try to have our smallholders to certify with the MSBO on part 2. MSBO Roadshow, where I learn on evaluating the information, interpreting the information that include in the principle and criteria of the MSBO. Fit training that been conducted by our managers of sustainability from headquarters, Dr. Raymond. Meeting with Sabah Forestry Department, where I tend to learn that on much information on the EU Red Plus project for the Kinabatangan restoration. So basically, this also programs that some of the engagement that been done with our stakeholders. So firstly, the Sepila Orangutan Outreach Program, where we tend to increase the awareness of the community regarding to the importance of orangutan. Community policing, that we engage with our NGOs, Hutan KOCP, to raise awareness of the IOI community regarding to the environmental education, and also the applicable law that apply in the plantation. And forest fire training. This training I has opportunity to attend during my previous practical training. Exhibition on wildlife conservation at Sandakan, and conducting the external and internal stakeholder meeting, where the main point of the meeting is to become a platform for discussion on any issues or to gain feedback from our stakeholders. So any issues that been raised by our stakeholders during the meeting will be included in our social impact assessment in the time-bound action plan. So this is my special project during my industrial training. It's the waste management program with community of Kampung Sukanda. As we know that waste management are the activities that require action to manage our waste of the recycled and scheduled waste to its final disposal. So in order to protect the environment, we try to educate also our local communities to have a good waste management in their area. So the objective of this program is to identify the level of knowledge regarding to the environment of Kampung Sukanda community, and to determine on how the community manage their waste. So basically, to answer the objective of this project is by doing the secondary data, that is known as questionnaire, where all the information will be evaluated to to determine all the level and on how the community manage their waste. So this program also known as one of the CSR of our group, IOI group, towards the contribution towards the local development in our communities. So basically, Kampung Sri Ganda is located near to Unico Desa Group and has become our outsiders for the FFB supply to Unico Desa oil mill. So the activities that we propose during the program is the slide and video presentation to increase the awareness and educate the community on waste management, and build a recycle store for them to have a good collection area, questionnaire on evaluation on the waste management aspect to answer all the objective, and the progress for this program is planned to be conducted on June 2019, because previously it was planned to be conducted on April, but due to the audit and several schedule, we have to postpone it. So this is the mini recycle store that has been built by the management of the country as the first step for the waste management program. And for the information, the program is led by the group in charge, that is Mr. Felix, where he lead the program, and I was following on him to accomplish in this waste management program. So that's all for my industrial training, and I would like to continue on my appraisal presentation.